Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Black and Gold Report right here on LCN. It's brought to you by Bud Light and Bud Light Lime. Hillary Domang along with Richard Watkins and Kurt Fake. Glad you could join us again, and we wish we were happier. The Saints 3-2 after a very disappointing loss to Arizona. Your Cardinals, well, they were your Cardinals halfway when you lived out in Arizona. They took advantage of everything the Saints did wrong and won the ball game.
I'm not talking this show. No, they were my adopted Cardinals. They were.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm telling you, the Vanderbilt Catholic Terriers could have probably beat the Saints on Sunday the way they played. I was very disappointed. Defense played relatively well. Special teams terrible. Offense terrible. Coaching terrible. I'm not happy at all. I was much more optimistic last week after that win, ugly win, than I am this week. We got a lot of corrections to make, Kurt.
Yeah, we do. And that the killer, I don't know, and you probably heard this, and we were out of town, and I think it's the first time in X amount of years, or maybe in the history, that a team has scored 30 points without a rushing touchdown or a passing. Basically, I think we gave up 9. We gave up 3 field goals defensively.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And you know, the saying is in the NFL, the first 6 games, you kind of get a good feel of what you're going to be, where you're going to be, your strengths, your weaknesses, and stuff like that. And so now I'm kind of tired of hearing we haven't played our best yet.
Yeah.
We're glad to be 3-2. Don't panic. Well, I don't know if I buy that anymore. I think it's inside the red zone. We got to fix it. I don't know if it's all Reggie Bush or the fact that Reggie's not there. I'm not totally sold on that, but something is definitely not happening inside the red zone offensively.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, much more. The Saints lost 30-20 to Arizona this past weekend. We'll be back with more of the Black and Gold Report right after this. Welcome back, everybody, to the Black and Gold Report. The Saints lose to the Cardinals 30-20. We were talking during the break. There's a lot of different scenarios to try to understand why the Saints are not performing offensively like they did last year. Let's break down some of them. Well, first of all, your thoughts.
Well, number one, you got a year of tape. I mean, they saw us all last year, what we do. And when you go to the games, you can't see it on television. The 2 safeties drop back every single play on passing downs. So to make the big plays much more difficult. I believe the offensive line is not giving Drew as much time as he had last year, or just he's feeling more pressure. You can tell he's not taking that 3-step drop real quick. He'll take a 5-step drop look, and the receivers don't seem to be as open. But I think it has a lot to do with Reggie Bush, as you said during the break. I think it's the offensive line not having Reggie Bush and teams being much more ready for us than they were last year. Defensively, and it's their A game. We're the Super Bowl champs. Everybody wants to beat us.
Also missing in the running game, Kurt.
Yeah, Pierre, definitely. You know, Thomas not only is a great runner, he's a great pass catcher. So when you lose, just take Thomas and Bush out of the equation. and Coach Payton will say it, whether Reggie touches it or not, he still affects what a couple of guys are going to do on defense. So now it's basically, hey, we don't have to watch Reggie. Mm-hmm. Colston doesn't seem to be as open. Not that there's a ton of all-pro wide receivers, but there is a Reggie factor, and unfortunately you don't find out till he's gone. You know, we kind of take it for granted. He doesn't really light it up. He doesn't touch it a bunch, but I think the fact that he's not in there allows them to be able to do some other things, double up some other people. That's probably hurt Breeze a lot, too.
We talked about that after the San Francisco game because ESPN did a great job of showing how valuable Reggie Bush is when he goes in motion, linebacker shift, cornerback shift, safety shift. It shows you where the amount of attraction he gets from the defense, and also shows you how valuable he is by opening up that defense and getting better lanes for Shockey and Colston.
And we can't turn the ball over. The Saints have turned the ball over more in the first 5 games. I mean, then it seems last year, but you cannot turn the ball over. Drew Brees, we had an interception in the end zone. We had a fumble that was returned for a touchdown. Another interception returned for a touchdown. That's 21 points.
Yeah.
Can't turn the ball over. Carolina, we turned the ball over and still won. We could easily be 5-0 if we don't turn the ball over.
No doubt.
But the way they're playing offense, the defense is playing much better. I mean, we're not giving up a lot of points on defense. But the offense has got to play better. And we'll see what happens in Tampa.
And if you throw out the Super Bowl year, we were scoring 35 and couldn't stop anybody. Now we can't score 20. We holding teams to under 20, and we can't win. Now offensively we can't score it. So they're playing right. You get what you deserve, like they say. They are playing like an 8. You know, if they don't correct it,
Exactly.
if things don't, you will be in the NFL turnovers, short fields. You will end up 8-8.
They're playing like they did in 07 and 08.
That's correct. Opposite reasons,
Yeah.
but,
Right.
but the same things are happening. You know.
But the only good thing is since Sean Payton's been our coach, our offense has been very, very good.
Yeah.
So you got to believe that they can get that fixed at some point. And I don't think Payton's going to stand still. They cut John Corney, he's gone.
Yeah.
They picked up another running back. They picked up another safety. They're not going to stand pat. They want to win football games, and they want to win them now. So that's encouraging. But I hope the hunger's still there and the attitude and the chemistry's still there also.
Well, you touched on special teams. That's one thing we are not doing well at all this year. Coverage, everything else. They cut Carney, so Garrett Hartley back. They also picked up safety Matt Giordano, a former starter for the Colts, who is a good special teams player. He's coming in. They released Deshaun Wynn, the running back who really never contributed.
Right.
They pick up Julius Jones, a former #1 pick of the Cowboys, who last was with Seattle. So they're changing over a few things. They're even changing over something on the practice squad. Harry Coleman from West St. Mary and LSU, he got cut. They picked up a cornerback, Reggie Jones, that they had in the preseason that they really liked a lot. So they're trying to change some things up.
And we're missing Tracy Porter, and we're missing Darren Sharper on defense. But I got no complaints about the defense.
No.
Like you said,
No
they've
complaints.
held their end of the ball.
It's the
No
offense,
doubt about
and
it.
I think we got to be able to run the ball, which we ran halfway decent against
Right.
the Cardinals, but we
Right.
kept putting it on the ground.
Yeah, you can't
And
fumble.
it's last year at this time we win the Super Bowl, so I don't want to complain too much.
No.
But our expectations are a lot
But things
higher
have
now.
to be fixed. though.
That's
There's
right.
No doubt
That's
about
exactly
it. Things
right.
have to be fixed.
We want them to win. We want. I really want the Saints to be back in the pot. I don't want to be one of those teams that missed the playoffs.
No.
We're spoiled.
Absolutely.
We
And
got
that's that.
spoiled.
I like
The
being
Super Bowl
spoiled.
year was
And
spoiled.
we all talked about that window in the NFL. You have that 4-year,
Absolutely.
3 or 4 year window, and this is the Saints' window. Whether it lasts 3 or 4 years as Drew Brees stays healthy, this is as far as a playoff run. You know,
Correct.
they should be in the playoffs, at least that window that we all talk about that every team has had. That's what we hoping happens.
And we all have to remember injuries. Reggie Bush, Pierre Thomas, Casillas, our linebacker who was going to start out for the season. Sharper out, Porter out. We're banged up a little bit. Let's hope we get back healthy. After this break, we're going to break down the rest of the NFL. Some surprises still every week in the league as far as who's winning ball games. We'll talk about it more in just a minute right here on the Black and Gold Report. It's brought to you by Bud Light and Bud Light Lime.